home as civilians?
I guess the best words to describe it is I'm a banker.
A banker in Junction City?
I work in an air-conditioned office.
Where
That's why this is rough. In Overland Park, Kansas. I work for PNC Bank, or Midland Loan, which is an offshoot of PNC
Very
Bank.
familiar with them, yeah. Cool. So your job is secure when you get back?
Absolutely.
Okay.
In fact, PNC is spot on when it comes to supporting their soldiers, their citizen soldiers.
Okay.
I am a mechanic on Fort Riley, civilian, and whether or not I have a job when I get back right now is kind of up in the air. The contract's coming to an end, so I don't know what's going to happen. I'm sure I'm in pretty good hands, though.
Okay, well, maybe there'll be somebody in Kansas looking for a mechanic that watch this.
Oh, yeah.
And they can email me and we'll contact you. I've done this before. I've actually had one was a construction company where it's been over a year and he's got to rebuild from scratch. So we did a little infomercial for him.
Oh, wow.
Okay, well, let's just start back here and talk about care packages. Are you getting them, and any particular organizations, and what does it mean to you?
Yeah, I get care packages from my mom, my brothers. I got one the other day from an aunt that I haven't heard from in a long time, and it was the best care package ever. But yeah, they put all the goodies in there. They're making me fat.
So not having a real PX here, we've talked about this with some of the other interviews, the care packages are almost like a PX, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's important for people back home to continue to be supporting our troops like this.
Absolutely.
Okay. Go ahead, pass it on.
Care packages. I love care packages. It's like Christmas. And I guess some of the best care packages I get is my brother's mother-in-law sends me letters that she writes on her grocery list paper, which is, you know, she'll just be doing something and have her grocery list out and write me a letter, and it's great. I mean, 6 or 7 pages of just what's going on in her life is great to hear from her. I love them.
Okay.
Girl Scouts. I see somebody holding up a note in the back. We get a lot of care packages from Girl Scouts. Girl Scout cookies come by the dozens and dozens and dozens. And even if we can't eat them, we keep them, hold them aside, and the next 83 people get them. It's just, care packages are incredible. They are a little piece of back home for soldiers that are missing back home. My wife, my loving wife, Patty, whom I love very much, sends care packages all the time. In fact, some of the guys get jealous. I get care packages like mad from my wife. I've gotten a care package from I wish I could remember the school I got it from, because I got a whole set of letters from the kids also. Suzanne Scavuzzo is the one that talked to a teacher she knew, and they sent me letters and a care package. It was incredible. Reading the letters from the kids is incredible because it's just back home stuff. It's awesome. Care packages are great, and sometimes you get a little too much of something and it's set aside, and other soldiers can I just grabbed some foot powder myself here this morning from stuff that's left over from other care packages. So keep them coming. They're incredible. They're incredible.
Maybe Susan will watch this and then she'll tell the kids about it so they can watch it.
I'm hoping, because I never got back with them. a lot of times, the only thing I could say is don't expect the soldiers to write back. Hope that they would, but don't expect it. It's very hard to find the time to do that. And with technology being the way it is, it's so easy to Facebook or email or phone even sometimes. So a lot of times letter writing gets left behind. Yeah. I'm sure everybody tries, but the letters are great to read. Even if you don't get a chance to write them back, the letters are incredible.
Yeah, I'm really glad you brought that up, because I've seen on some of the bigger support groups, their blogs, where people will say, I haven't heard from my soldier. And everybody's busy. My son-in-law has said this when he's deployed, my brother, and,
yes.
And so many. It's not like you're here on a vacation. You're really
absolutely correct.
Huge numbers of hours every single day, right?
Absolutely correct. And sometimes we get some free time. And right now, this is my second deployment, and it's with a much smaller group this time. The Sec 4 platoon, we're a very close-knit group, so our free time is mainly spent with each other, razzing each other, trying to laugh with each other, and writing letters. Unfortunately, takes a second seat to that, but keep them coming. They're incredible. Everybody loves to read about back home,
Yeah,
no matter if it's somebody you don't know or not.
Yeah, I appreciate what you said about the Girl Scouts, because they're doing this all across the country.
Girl Scouts are awesome.
Came through the Atlanta airport filming, and there's the Girl Scouts handing the soldiers cookies.
Absolutely.
And they're sending them over here.
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Pass it on.
Yeah, I have to say also that I love care packages. I get care packages regularly from my wife and mother, usually once or twice a month. And like you had mentioned, we don't have a PX here, so all the nice to have things, pretty much that's the only way we can get them is through the care packages. And also, I want to also give a big compliment to the Soldiers Angels program. It's a nonprofit group, and somebody, I still don't even know who it was, gave them my address, and I've received letters from people around the country. There's a family that's adopted me that sends me care packages. I got pictures on my door of my room from a preschool class in New York, from kids telling me they support me. And another thing I like about it too is my wife's pregnant right now, and they have a program where they do a virtual baby shower to show their support for not just the soldiers but their family members as well.
Very important.
So I highly recommend that organization.
Yeah, it's soldiersangels.org.
Yes, soldiersangels.org.
Yeah, Patty Bader is the founder, an amazing person. Two sons deployed. Like a lot of people, send your child or care packages, and other Marines in her case said, well, can I get one too? And it is just taken off. They're all across they're actually around the world. They're in the VA hospitals, the regular hospitals, and they do so much.
Yeah.
Hundreds of thousands of volunteers.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah. Okay. Why don't you make sure you look at the camera at this and give a shout out to family and friends back home.
Okay, I want to give a shout out to my wife, Christy. I love you a lot. My son, Brent. Don't get any more speeding tickets. My family out in Idaho, my mom, my sister, family in Illinois, I love you, and thanks for everything you've done for me.
First off, I'd like to say I didn't get adopted. But a big
send me your APO address.
Absolutely.
Somebody watching this is going to ask about that, and I'll give him your APO.
Gannon didn't get adopted either. A big shout out to my loving wife, Patty. She constantly asks me what else she can do, and there's nothing more she can do. She's done it all. She's incredible. She takes care of things back home, takes care of me here, thousands of miles away. She's just absolutely my rock, my steady. Shout out to all my children, stepkids and biological kids both. To my two stepsons, I love you both, but get out of the house by the time I get home. And again, I want to shout out to all my friends, relatives that have supported this thing I'm doing, this little midlife crisis thing I'm doing. Couldn't ask for more support. I appreciate it.
I like to give a shout out to my wife, Christy, my two sons, Matthew and Noah. And I love you guys. And I'd like to also give a shout out to my TFC brothers. Thanks.
Yeah, I just want to say thanks to all the support that we get back home from everyone. It's great. It's awesome. And say hi to my family, and thank you for their support and supporting me, and all our soldiers, all our service members.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you all for your service to our country. And I know the people watching it are saying the same thing. It's a grateful nation back in America. And I think you know that. You go to the airports, you see that, pretty sure. Absolutely. So thank you very much for your service to our country. And I appreciate you taking the time to get out of the heat. And oh, you wanted to do that, didn't you?
We're past 1,600 feet.
Oh, are we? Okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate what you're doing. And hopefully we'll see you in Kansas. I'm planning on actually, I was with the Fort Riley Brigade in Iraq, and now you guys here and being from Kansas City, so I'm planning a trip to Fort Riley and the Kansas National Guard area when I get back. Great. So I might see some of you again there. It's going to be a lot of fun seeing you all back in the States.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, folks, you've been hearing more here from Afghanistan, and I want to thank you all again for watching. I want to thank also Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, that's embryriddle.edu, for making this trip possible. Not only making the trip possible, but Brian Beck back home, thank you for putting all our updates on our Twitter page, on my Facebook like page, facebook.com/Talking with Heroes program. Also, Mark Lydon for introducing me to Embry-Riddle. Mark has a book, Veterans Do This Get Hired. It's dothisgethired.com. So I want to thank you all for making the trip possible. And so, again, I've asked this a lot. Those of you watching these on YouTube and Facebook, which is most of you, you're on Facebook or you're on YouTube. All you have to do is click share on the video, and it's on your YouTube or your Facebook page so your friends can see this too. And we're asking you to kind of be like the media. Let's get these stories out across America to millions of people. Change the conversation in America. Let the American people know there is progress happening. A great job being done by our men and women in Iraq and Afghanistan and Kuwait. So we'll be back with more on TalkingWithHeroes.com from Afghanistan.